My name is Khala Nasruddin. I'm an international student from Lebanon, double majoring in psychology and health and human performance. I am a sophomore and I'm part of Entrepreneurship for the Public Good program at Berea College. Berea is a town of historical heritage, natural beauty, and arts. In this presentation, we'd be revealing how to spend 36 hours of break in Berea. Berea is surrounded by 3 cities within 2 hours driving distance with a population of more than 200,000 individuals: Louisville, Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky, and Cincinnati, Ohio. People in these cities are not exposed to natural environment within the cities, and many will consider a place like Berea to be a natural escape. With that being said, these individuals won't necessarily be the types to go on a week-long backpacking trips or even be enthusiastic about camping for a weekend. They are looking for a safe and conservative way to enjoy nature, staying in a hotel at night perhaps, while venturing out to different natural locations during the day. But why do we care about tourism? We learned in the Chamber of Commerce luncheon that the state of Kentucky travel and tourism industry contributed over $13 billion to Kentucky's economy in 2014, making the third largest industry in the state. Berea is a natural stop. For bikers, it is a rest area where they can enjoy nature and art and have their needs met. My persona in this presentation is a 23-year-old single woman who is a recent college graduate. The data that I would be using is collected from a biker whom you met who chose Berea as her day off while biking the Trans-American Trail. In order to get ready for the biking trip, my persona would spend $2,000 as a startup cost and gear. After that, we could spend as minimum as $5 or $10 per day. My persona is part of the 3 People Party. They have started biking since May the 19th and stopped at Berea after about 16 days of biking. They have biked about 650 miles by the time they stopped at Berea. The blue line represents their trace on the map as checked by one of the relatives. How did they find out about Berea? Some of our bikers that we have met during our trip to Virginia and invited them to come to Berea to our class. The travel strategy was, they printed out and downloaded maps of the internet. They used web sources such as Facebook, Google+, but they were mostly for the adventure and using the word of mouth. Accommodations were made through Berea College EPG students and warm showers. They said that Berea was as expensive as they expected it to be. Some things were cheaper, but the meals that were pricey were absolutely worth it. These bikers know the most about adventure tourism. They are biking for the adventure. They're traveling by bike in order to see different people and get to socialize with them. They experience the culture through the locals and by trying different local food. Our personas enjoyed their stay in Berea. They would recommend it to others and will come back here. When asked about what they enjoyed the most, as displayed in the picture, they said, "This, right here, the bluegrass, the heritage, the organic local food, and the great people." They have reflected on social media websites about their stay in. What attracts them to Berea? What are their needs? They care about taking showers, doing their laundry, getting some local food, and hitting visitor centers. Our personas have been especially interested in bluegrass music in Kentucky, and they had the aim to get the taste of that during their stay in Berea. For a fresh beginning, Friday 4 p.m., she arrived at Old Town Amish food store to buy some snacks and some eggs and fruits for the next day's breakfast. She is looking for fresh local products, and that's what the Amish store has to offer. They offer a unique retail shopping experience, including fresh and local produce, crafts, and other items that won't be found in a typical retail outlet. That tourists would spend about $15 in the store. Budget is one of the limitations for this tourist, so they used Warm Showers community in order to get a host. It is a free worldwide hospitality exchange for touring cyclists. They arrive Friday at 5 p.m. at the host's house to drop off their bikes and the food. They're trying to take a break from cycling, while still being able to enjoy a sense of community, do their laundry, take a shower, and have a nice place to sleep. Considering that they're in a tight budget, Warm Showers is the ideal place for them. Foodie would head at 6 p.m. to the Main Street Diner Cafe at the college square for her first dinner. When she looked up food places using Google Plus and TripAdvisor, she found the best reviews about this place, and that attracted her to have dinner in there. Some of the reviews said, "Best burgers in Berea, great atmosphere, and fantastic music." She will be in that place until about 7 p.m. and would spend up close to $15. After dinner, Foodie and her two friends would take a walk around Berea College campus from 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. It is a relaxing walk and introduces them to the beautiful campus and the history of the college. At 8 p.m. they head to the fudge shop to end their day with a sweet treat of ice cream, fudge, or chocolate milkshake. The reviews on TripAdvisor about the fudge shop say, "Nice old-fashioned shop, hand-tipped homemade fudge. Best fudge, sweet service." They would spend about $5 per person in this store, and after this treat they would return to their host house to enjoy a long, nice night of sleep. After the long day of biking, they needed to sleep in. They wake up and head to Boone Tavern at 9 a.m. Staying at Boone Tavern is out of their budget. However, it has a nice lobby, restaurant, and a gift shop, and, of course, a plus of a free Wi-Fi so that they can update the friends and family. They enjoy a variety of breakfast options, and they would spend an average of $8 per person. Right next to the Boone Tavern is the Berea College bookstore. They would stop by to take a look at the crafts, get a wider perspective on the college and its mission. They also offer stickers that they would usually like to collect, and they would spend an average of $3 per person on that. 10:30 a.m. they would head to the Berea Farm store, and that will keep them enveloped till about 11 a.m. They stop for nice chocolate milk and fresh local food for the next morning breakfast. It provides organic options of locally grown food. They would spend an average of $9 per person. Foodie wanted to hike the pinnacles, but since it is the rest day, she could not do a long hike. They go to the visitor center and then to Brushy Fork from 11 a.m. to around 1 p.m. and enjoy a nice hike on the Brushy Fork. After hiking the Brushy Fork, they would head to BC&T for a healthy, nice lunch. They would enjoy Wi-Fi, drinks, and lunch. Berea Coffee and Tea offers a unique Berea experience in a hip and laid-back atmosphere. In addition to drinks, BC&T also offers healthy food options, primarily sandwiches and soups, after 7 p.m., which appeals to individuals such as Foodie. An added plus is the fact that BC&T is on the main street and offers very nice lounging environment. It's a safe bet that someone in Foodie's position won't want a lengthy sit-down meal for lunch, but rather a relatively quick, healthy, and casual meal as offered by BC&T. They would spend about an hour at BC&T and spend approximately $10 to $12 per person. After that, they would head to the Kentucky Artisan Center and Peacecraft. For more than 100 years, Berea College has served the people of Appalachia as an area of acute educational and economic disparities. Then, and to this day, Appalachia remains Berea's primarily service region. The Brushy Fork Institute extends the college's historical and enduring commitment to serve the region by providing resources and services in support of sustainable community development. In order to gain deeper understanding about the history of Berea, they would head to the Artisan Center, where they can find the mix of arts and history. Also at Peachcraft, they can buy some dried fruits and local fair trade snacks, and possibly some light instruments to carry around their trip since they're interested in music. They could spend up to $15 per person. 3:30 p.m., time to discover Old Town. Foodie would be taking a walk with the art in this artisan community in the Artist Village. She would be walking into stores to watch the live art of the skills of the artists in glass making, pottery, broom making. Eat local. Foodie ends her trip with a dinner at the village shop with local food, and then enjoys a bluegrass music. She would spend $18 on the food, $5 on the hat, and about $3 on homemade blueberry pies. After that, they would go back to sleep at the host to get back on trail the next morning. They have spent about $90 per person per stay. Here is the itinerary discussed in this presentation. These are the sources. What is next? Where do we go now? In order for other tourists to enjoy their stay at Berea like Foodie did, some modifications could be done. The rich trails of Berea lack the proper signage that could be of a great help for travelers. This single information can go long ways in providing direction and information for the travelers. Also, as a stop area, it would be helpful to have a place where travelers can take showers, do laundry for a specific charge. Young travelers are interested in music and folk and the culture of Berea, so more festivity can attract young travelers.